So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Pain in the Ass. I'm just kidding. That's just what Danielle calls me on a daily basis. My name is Lauren, and I was adopted, not legally, by the Glees family back in 8th grade. I basically showed up one day at their house and never left. Needless to say, I was a sister Danielle never wanted, and the daughter her parents always did. Some might say we're even closer than sisters. We don't fight like sisters, but we do wear each other's clothes. Somehow she can fit into my clothes now, and, I can't fit in hers, but I blame her dryer. She has a better dryer than me. I'm just kidding. Anyway, we met through a mutual friend, and like most typical high school girls, we didn't get along at first sight. I thought she was loud and opinionated.
You're right.
I know.
Way to be right.
Take our envelope with us.
And she thought I was a noxious know-it-all.
Also right.
Kidding. Somehow those opinions complemented each other because over the years we grew to love each other deeply. I ended up spending a lot of time at the Glees household, not always because we wanted to or because of our choice, but because this one was always grounded for something. Years passed and life took us in many, many directions, but always back to each other and here today. Today, my best friend has taken an important step in her life. Jeez. And just like many steps she has and will take, I'll always be by your side, like I am here today. Danielle, we've been there for each other through some of the hardest times in her life. Though those times we have shared a lot of tears, but a lot more laughter, and I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without you. You should know by now how much I admire you. You are beautiful, you are kind, you are intelligent, and you are wonderful. You are also so patient because you deal with my annoying ass every day. Yet you always come back to me. Our messages wouldn't make sense to anyone else, and our conversations are crazy to anyone passing by, especially the ones in Target. I can tell you absolutely anything at all, and you will always listen. You know me inside and out, and for somebody to know everything about me and still love me as you do, well, they must be truly deranged. I'm just kidding. You're magnificent. You have such pride and passion in all that you do. You just being you will take you so far. It already has. Now, I knew Danielle had found the one when Brian walked into her life. Brian was different than any of the other guys Danielle has dated. Unlike those... Unlike those jerks, he was kind, thoughtful, and had a job. I truly believe that Brian would do anything for Danielle, and I completely trust them together. In fact, I remember a time, just recently actually, that they offered to watch my dog Cosby when I went to Florida on a family vacation. I got back and Cosby was so happy to see me. He was, however, 40 pounds lighter and now sees a therapist twice a week, but he was alive. Of course, we're having fun today. The test of this relationship will be over the long term. So for Brian, so far you've been a trooper for putting up with Danielle's very strict cleaning regimen. But will Danielle still love Ryan when he leaves underwear on the floor and starts cutting his toenails at the dining room table? Only time will tell. Not yet. No, seriously. I know they will have challenges, as all relationships do, and Brian will learn what all men eventually will. When you're cleaning up after yourself or completing the chores list, you will undoubtedly receive. A happy wife is a happy life. So we did some research to try to find the secret to a happy marriage. And after weeks of some pretty extensive research, and you know how good I'm at research, right? Okay. I found the secret to happy marriage. Well, it remains a fucking secret. I tried. I have no idea. Sorry. Love isn't perfect. It isn't a fairy tale or a storybook. It doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on, never letting go. It is a short word. It's easy to spell. It's difficult to define and impossible to live without. Love is work, but most of all, it's realizing that every hour and every minute and every second of it's worth it because you did it together. Today has been a great day. Family and friends are here. The sun was shining. The drinks are flowing. So please raise your glass. May we never forget what is worth remembering or remember what is best forgotten. Cheers. Morgan would like to give a speech.
I have something to say. Don't you always? It's nothing new. All right. Hi, everybody. For those of you who do not know me, I'm Morgan, Danielle's maid of honor. Based on Danielle's memory, she would tell you that she was able to live 10 entire peaceful years before I graced our family with my presence. I remember it a little bit differently. I think Danielle's life got significantly better when she was 10 years old. Although we are technically cousins, you would assume we are sisters if you've ever heard us argue. If you haven't experienced that, stay tuned. Give us like 35 seconds when I'm done, and we'll go at it. Danielle. Whoa. I'm your godchild. Do you remember me? Hi. Hey, it's me. It's Morgan. Danielle. Ever since I can remember, anything you could do, I wanted to do better. From shellac on my nails since the 8th grade to eyelash extensions for the past 7 years, you have taken care of me since I can remember. The majority of good, or high maintenance, skills that I possess are all from you. In all seriousness, I'm thankful for how close we are. You are more than a cousin. You are a best friend and a big sister. As we were growing up, I always wanted to be like Danielle. I wanted to do the things she did and have the things she had. I was probably very annoying. Past tense. Shh. I'm your goddaughter. But I always wanted to just tag along. Danielle taught me how to care, how to share, how to try to reach for the stars. As I grew up, I wanted to be just as beautiful, caring, smart, and as successful as she was. Danielle always set the example high for me to follow. Today, she shows me how to find a best friend, a partner, and a true lover all in one person. I hope that I am just as lucky someday. It's great happiness to find somebody who loves you as much as Brian loves Danielle. Today, I want to thank both of you for being part of my life and letting me celebrate the love you both share with you today. Brian, because thank you for loving Danielle the way you do. I know it's never easy. When Danielle told me about you, she told me you were a really shy guy that would probably take so much time to come around. So naturally, I just overshared for like 25 minutes, and he just looked at me and he was like, okay. Okay. I probably after that, you started talking to me about every memory you've had since like 1940 or whenever. But really, all I have to say to you is, here we go, brownies, here we go. But in all seriousness, I know Danielle and Brian are so thankful for each and every one of you for joining them today to celebrate their beautiful marriage. However, I do know of one of their best friends who was, Aaron, quit frowning because it's going to really make me lose it. One of their best friends who was unable to join us today to celebrate. So I wanted to say a few words on their behalf. The two of you have taught me everything about love, happiness, and friendship. Your relationship kept me going when I didn't have the strength. Oh, God. And your light paved the way. I learned how to trust completely from you both. I have never put my life in someone's hands like I did with you. I also learned that if it smells good, you should probably eat it, even if it's my own shit, or $100 out of my mom's purse, or my dad's favorite shoes. I hope by this time you guys have all guessed that I'm talking about Shelby, the dog. But the most important heartbeats in Danielle and Brian's lives, next to Brandon, he's pretty important too, are their dogs, but it all started with our Moosey girl. So now if everybody can raise their glass in remembrance of Moose and to toast Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, salute to the perfect couple. And who? And whoever, and Beansy. And Sticks. Oh yeah, Beans and Sticks and whatever other nicknames we all had.